We acknowledge and pay respect to the past, present, future, traditional custodians and elders of this nation, and the continuation of cultural, spiritual, and educational practices of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Thank you, everyone, for joining. It's wonderful to see so many of you are here. And even though sometimes you have connectivity issues, but you still try to be regularly attending you are regularly attending the lessons. That is wonderful to see, because we try to do our best to put together the best information or activities we can possibly organize for you. Now, today's agenda, we will revisit the word neuroplasticity, because those of you who attended the conference, you heard that word neuroscience, neuroplasticity over and over again. These are the words, if you haven't unpacked it yet, I would encourage you to find the Dari word for these two words. If someone can quickly translate and put it in the chat, please. Neuroplasticity and neuroscience. How do you define that in your language? I would sincerely appreciate if any of our students would like to translate and add it in our chat, so that those who are finding it a bit difficult concept, once it's unpacked in your language, it will be easier for you to understand. One thing I ask everyone to do, I'm just going to ask you with the show of hand, you let us know how many of you have started a vocabulary book, a book where you write down. It can be digital, it can be, like a diary, it can be any sort of journal where you add the new words you learn. Has anyone in the class started it? Because we are asking students to do it almost every time we meet. We ask you to start a journal where you will be writing down all the new words. If you haven't done it yet, it's a good idea to get started, okay? Start a digital. I sometimes do it digitally. If I read any new word, which is not a very easy word for me, or every day we learn new things, so I just write it down somewhere so that we can revisit those words. So these are the words coming over and over again. We are getting it in our lesson time, during the conference, neuroplasticity and neuroscience. So think about it. What is it? Can anyone define neuroplasticity for us, please? Is there anyone who would like to speak? Okay, let us read this first. Who would like to read what's on the screen? Any volunteer? Okay,
I want to read, Miss.
okay, and who is this? You have to say your name first.
I'm Shukriya Amiri.
Okay, Shukriya, go ahead.
What can I call for the first one? New plasticity?
Neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity.
N- Neuroplasticity.
Good.
Neuroplasticity is the capacity of the nervous system to modify its organization and hence its function throughout life and in response to experience.
Yes.
And Kolb
This is the
and
source of
Gibb are,
definition. Just to let you know, darling,
yeah,
the source of definition, because we believe in research, right? So this was written
yeah,
by the two authors, Kolb B and Gibb R. They're the authors. They wrote this in 2011. Okay. And
yeah.
thank you. And then you can continue.
Brain plasticity and behavior in the Developing Brain Journal of the Canadian Academy of Child and Adolescent
Psychiatry,
Psychiatry, I don't know.
psychiatry.
Yeah, psychiatry.
Yeah. So it says about the journal where it was published and where this definition has been taken from. Okay. So this was written by two authors, and it was written in the year 2011. And you can see that this was a long time ago. And it talked about brain plasticity. This is a new area where people, the scientists, you see, Ileha has translated for us neuroplasticity, what it means in Dari. So this is a new area of research where the scientists are saying you can rewire your brain. Okay? Because sometimes we become very at least it applies to me. We become very hopeless. Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Very negative mindset. But scientists are saying, no, your brain, you can be smarter at any age. You can change the wiring in your brain. You know, like we have small cells in our body. In the brain, the tiny cells are called neurons. So these neurons are connected with each other. And now, when we do certain things, we can activate the neurons and we can rewire our neural system. And then we can become smarter, or we can change our life in such a, you know, in a very big way. That's what we are going to talk about today. So, neuroplasticity is the capacity of the nervous system. Brain is part of our nervous system, which modifies its organization and function throughout life. It's not that it happens when you're young, as you grow old, you stop. No, it continues. So throughout your life, your brain is rewiring. Okay. Rana says it is defined as the ability of the nervous system to change its activity in response to intrinsic and extrinsic stimuli by reorganizing its structure, functions, or connections after injuries. Yes, after the any accident, that also happens. Now, here, who's going to be the next reader? Mina.
Hello everyone, hope you all doing well. Neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is how the brain changes and grows based on what we do and experience. It helps us learn new things, remember information, and even recover from challenge.
Thank you, Mina. That was very good reading. Now, Mina, can I invite you to translate this for your friends? Basically, what I want you to translate, that this neuroplasticity is how the brain changes, grows based on what we do and experience. Okay? So, depending on what we do every day, your brain's wiring changes. So, I want the first sentence beginning from neuroplasticity. Can you, Mina, can you speak Dari?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, could you
Okay.
please try?
Can you the
Hmm.
first right? Okay.
Yes, Mina, the first sentence. Can you change it and translate in Dari?
I should write, ma'am, or
No,
speak.
just say it. Say it.
Um, neuroplasticity درباره چیزی هست که مغز چطوری تغییرات میپذیره و چطوری مثلا گفته چطوری مغز رشد میکنه همزمان با تجربه هایی که داره.
Thank you, Mina. I don't understand the translation, but Nigarin has put also a written thing about neuroplasticity. I'll invite you in a minute, but I'm going to say that two things are important here. What is important? What we do, what we experience. Now, there can be a lot of negative things happening in our life right now. My son is not listening, my daughter's leaving home. I mean, just these are imaginary, these are not true. I'm just saying people are not listening to me, things are at workplace going really bad. So these are the negative things happening. Now, you can have some strategies in place because every single person experiences negativity in life. Some people have more than others, but we cannot change. Like, not everything we can control in life, but we can employ some strategies that is going to protect us. That is going to protect us. And that will help to rewire our brain, the neural system, and then it will just protect us from any negative experience. Brain is very smart. They're so smart, the neurons are, the neural connection. All we need to do is develop some habits, positive habits, so that we can protect ourselves from any sort of negativity. Now, here, um, someone just mentioned, I don't know who mentioned that. Someone just mentioned that if someone has a brain injury, negativity, not negativity, the neuroplasticity helps the brain find new ways to do the task. Okay, so it shows again that it is not static, it is changing all the time. Your neural connection is changing all the time. If you damage a certain part of your brain, the body will again rebuild it. When people go through mental health therapy, their brain can slowly rewire to handle emotions better. Okay? With medication, with exercise, things get better. Practicing empathy regularly, like listening deeply, being kind, can actually strengthen the brain's ability to understand and care about others. In short, the more we practice a skill or behavior, the stronger those brain connections become. Now, I'm going to invite Sohaila to read this slide, please.
For example, if someone has a brain injury, a neuroplasticity helps the brain find new ways to do the same task. When people go through mental health therapy, their brain can slowly rewire to handle emotions better. Practicing empathy regularly, like listening deeply or being kind, can actually strengthen the brain's ability to understand and care about others. In short, the more we practice a skill or behavior, the stronger those brain connections become.
What a great reading. That was fantastic, Sohaila. So you can see the first point says to us, and this is not what Paramita is saying, by the way. I tell you, it's after the scientists, what they are talking about neuroscience, okay? Number one, if we have, the scientists have noticed when there is a brain injury, the body tries to heal, and the neuroplasticity helps to helps the brain to function again, the same task in the same way. So it has the capacity to heal and to rewire. That is one proven fact. Okay. So every day we can do some conscious effort we can do that will help us to improve our brain function. When people go through mental health therapy, they employ those strategies. And then what happens is slowly the brain can rewire to handle emotions better. Now, this is something very important. The third point, when you practice gratitude, when you practice empathy, that helps your body secretes oxytocin. that is the happy hormone, then your body also, your brain gets strengthened, when you try to understand others and when you care for others. And these are the benefits when you practice empathy and gratitude. We will talk about this in a minute. So, the more we practice a skill or behavior, the stronger those brain connections become. Okay. Now, the next slide. Okay, no, I think this is the repetitive slide. Okay. Neural connection. Who's going to read this slide?
Can I read, ma'am?
Yes, who is this?
Can I read, ma'am?
Who is
I'm
this?
Harira.
Okay, go.
Okay, in the name of God, Allah, neural connection. A neural connection is like a pathway or bridge between brain cells called neurons.
Neurons. Just a second.
Neurons.
Neurons. Okay.
Neurons.
Good.
Okay, these connections let your brain cells talk to each other, or you can think, feel, move, and learn. Example, when you learn to ride a bike, your brain creates new neural connections to help you balance, pedal, and steer. The more you practice, the stronger those connections get. Just like a road that gets smoother, the more it's used. So the more we use our brain, the better those connections become.
Fantastic reading. Well done. You're such a confident reader. You handle the even unfamiliar, new words with confidence.
Thank
So,
you.
thank you. So it is talking about neural connection. Now look at the pictures here. Each one is a neuron. Okay. See, the two neurons are here and they're getting connected. Can you see the picture in the left side of the screen? These are the neurons. And if you look at our brain, there are so many neurons are all connected. Okay. So the neurons are the brain cells.
Yes.
So these connections let your brain cells talk to each other. So when they're connected, they will be talking to each other. Okay. And more you practice, stronger they will be, when they talk between each other, the brain cells, these connections let your brain cells talk to each other and you can think, feel, move, and learn. So the example that is given here, when you're riding a bike, your brain creates new neural connections. So if you start doing something new, so again, they're connecting to each other, they're talking to each other. Nadia wants to learn how to do skipping. Okay, Nadia is trying with a skipping rope, she's trying to skip. And the brain neurons are talking to each other, let's help Nadia because this is what she wants to do. So the cells are talking to each other, helping Nadia to balance, to skip, and that's how our brain functions. Okay, now more you practice, the stronger those connections will be. Now I want someone's talking, could you please make sure you're muted? I want someone to translate this sentence for me, please, in Dari. The more you practice, the stronger those connections get. Who's going to translate this in Dari? No one? Any volunteer, please? The more you practice.
Can I translate to
تمرین
Dari,
بیشتر
mom?
ارتباطات قوی‌تر برقرار می‌کنه.
Okay. So more you make a conscious effort to to think, okay? Then what happens is your brain will rewire and those neurons will get stronger. The connectivity will get stronger. The connection, neural connection will get stronger. We will talk about positivity in a second. Yes, we are going to play a game now. What happens is, this is something I learned when I was attending a writing school, okay? And this is a strategy I learned. So what we were told was, you will have to visualize your visualize something.
Success.
Success, yes. You have to visualize what you really, really, really want to do. Say, I can say that I want to start my small business. Or you can say, no, I will go and find an online job and earn money. Then someone can write, Tamana can say, I'm going to finish my novel the best possible way I can. Then Fahima can say, I want my memoir to
Can
be.
I read?
Yes, yes, in a minute. We are going to play a game. Don't have to read, because this is something everyone has to do something and write in the chat. You have to create your what if dream, okay? And you will close your eyes and you will imagine, okay, I will start a small business of ice cream. I'm just giving you an example. I will make the ice cream. I'll ask my brother to go around in the to sell the ice cream. Okay, so just an example. So that is my small business. Or I can sew some beautiful dresses and I'm going to sell them. That will be my small business. I want every single person. Can you please mute it? How are you doing? Miss Mandi, could you please mute everyone? Okay. I want.
Sorry, Paramita, could you please unmute yourself?
Thank you. I've done that. That's okay. Yeah, that is what immediately we have to do. Mute everyone, then the speaker can unmute. So I would like you to, Miss Imandit, can we do the clock up there? Will you have access to the clock? So that we know, everyone, this is your time to think. What is your dream? What is what you would like to do? Okay, what you would like to, what will be your success? Like someone can be a marathon runner, someone can write a book, someone can sell a painting. Your dream can be to sell a painting. Your dream can be to publish your first poem, anything. Miss Mandi, Rajeshri, are you trying? Hello?
You want it to be
On
for
the
how long?
screen? On the screen? Can we do that on the
For
screen?
how many?
Yes.
How
you
many
started.
minutes?
Okay, let's do 2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay.
You have 2 minutes time and we want to see what you're writing. What if I can start and you will finish the sentence. What if, it's a game. I can start, or I can. You will complete the sentence, everyone, and you will write what you want to do. What if I can? Everyone, come on, you have your time started. You're thinking about what you can do. Miss Rajeshri, would you like to do one? Lily, would you like to do one? Oh, good. Fahima has written, what if I can write my story? That's fantastic. Mina has written, what if I can start my new book and publish it as soon as possible? Fantastic. Nahid has written, what if I can build my own brand? Wow. That is fantastic, Nahid. What if I can build my own brand? What if I become a doctor? Sohela, fantastic. I would like you, Miss Okay, we have 53 seconds, everyone. Please write. Nigarin also writing my book, a novel. What if I can drive, Masoma? Fantastic. Harira wants to become a pilot. Wow, Harira. That's 22 seconds, everyone. We wanted to see everyone's dream. Soraya says, what if I can do a job in hospital? Beautiful. What if I can be a millionaire? Oh, Lina, I'm your friend. What if I can start an opportunity for women and younger children? Oh,
Time?
yes, thank you. Now what you're going to do is, Nasima says, what if I can be a cook? Or one student has said, Harira, what if I can become a pilot? Miss Imandi, if you can, please set a timer for 2 minutes. I want you to close your eyes and think you're a pilot already and you're flying on top of your city, you're going down, you're going up, or if you're thinking of you're going to drive, imagine yourself in the driver's seat and you are driving your car around. If you're writing a book, think about once your book is published, so many people are there to read your book, they're buying your book. If you're becoming a doctor, say you're treating and you're helping so many patients out there. So you imagine yourself that in that position, close your eyes and forget about the world and think you have become that person already. You have sold your painting or you have won a lottery, what you're going to do with the money. You sell your sketches. Just, I won't speak anymore. You just imagine that has already happened. So 2 minutes from now, thank you. Close your eyes and think. Thank you, Rajeshri. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Yes, Mahen, if you become an engineer, so what it says here is, the neuroscience says, it's not what I say. Someone's, I don't know if you can hear, I hear a noise. Okay, when you keep visualizing this in your mind, what happens is neuroscience research says this will become a reality. Okay, so keep practicing this. Think about what you would like to be and close your eyes every single day. Practice this for some time, maybe 10 minutes, and then your neural system will rewire slowly. Then you will begin to take action, which will help you to become that person. You know, not today, maybe over the years, but it will happen. And certain habits, if you keep practicing, one student wrote that she wants to do exercise every day. Okay, you close your eyes and think that you're running for a marathon or you are doing your exercise. But of course, you will make your actions, you will plan your actions, you will, over the years or over the month or over the days, things will go to that direction because certain habits, if you strengthen, what it says here is, intentionally, if you're imagining certain habits, you strengthen your neural circuit associated with it. And gradually, you will make right actions so that your dream becomes a reality. Okay? So that is what you will get this in your, we will share this. And at the beginning of the class, I was saying that Paulo Coelho is a very famous writer. And in his book, he said that when, who's going to read it? It's my favorite quote. And I would like Latifa. Latifa, do you mind just reading it, please?
Thank you so much, dear teacher. Neuroplasticity. And when you want something, all the universe,
Conspires.
conspires and helping you to activate.
Achieve.
Paulo
Paulo Coelho.
Coelho.
Coelho. Coelho. The name of the book,
Coelho,
yes,
the alchemist.
Alchemist. The name of the book is
Alchemist.
Try to see if you can get a Dari version online because I know he has this book translated in many different languages. And I think we can do a reading also of this book if we want.
Paulo Coelho.
Yeah, he's the author. This is the name of the author, and the name of the book is The Alchemist. Okay. So what he says that if you want something, really, really want something to happen to you, if you want to fly, if you want to drive, if you want to, climb a mountain, whatever you want, and you have to really want it, sincerely, or you have to visualize that in your brain. In your brain, if you start visualizing it, someday I'm going to fly, and then the universe will conspire. The entire universe will conspire to make it happen. Isn't that a wonderful feeling that if I want something really hard, and then the universe will make it happen? But yes, of course, you have to really do a practice. We call it visualize your success. That's exactly what we have to do. Now, I'm very grateful that we have Nilanjana here. Nilanjana is here. Hello, Nilanjana. Can you hear me?
Yes, Paramita. Hi.
Hi. Girls, Nilanjana is here to help us with some options of finding online virtual jobs, right, Nilanjana? Would you like to say to the girls how you're planning to? Okay. I'll just make you co-host. So
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Nilanjana. I just want to take maybe 10 minutes from you and show you how to apply for a few jobs. These are we all know how to apply for normal jobs, but these are jobs that are remote roles. So even if you are based in Pakistan, Afghanistan, or anywhere, you can apply for these particular roles. And these are completely remote. So you can work from home, from anywhere. And they will obviously ask for your bank details and everything once you get the job. After the application, after the interview, and once you get the job, your salaries would be directly deposited to your bank accounts. That's how these roles work. So there are few websites where remote roles are advertised. And once you have your complete application with your biodata, um, some people call it biodata, or it can be called CV or resume. Once you have that ready, that is the main thing that you will need. Some places also need a cover letter. So these are the two main things that you would need to apply for any job. So depending on what your role is, I will show you how to apply for these roles. Just bear with me 1 minute. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So
Yes,
once
we can.
you just go into Google, you can do this from your phone as well. So if you don't have a laptop, that's fine. You can also apply from your phone, but you have to keep in mind, we will go through your resume writing and cover letter writing maybe in next session, but you have to keep these two things ready. And there are few remote jobs available on few websites. I will show you two main ones now. Remotive is one. So the website is remotive.com and nothing else. And what you need to do is you just need to type up what sort of job you're looking for. So for example, I will say writer. Let's see what comes up. So these are the writer jobs that's come up. But on the left side, here you can see I want to work remotely from, search the country. So you have to, because all of these jobs are not available in all countries. So you have to filter by which country you want to work from. So where your bank account is and where you're based out of. So for example, if I do Pakistan here, it comes up here. All you need to do is tick this little box, and then it will filter out only the jobs that's available in Pakistan. So for example, I go for freelance writer, this one. I click on that, and it comes up with this whole, all the details of that job. So it says that our organization is seeking content writers to create articles and blog posts on a variety of topics. So they will give you the rate, $20 per 100 words. So this sort of thing, and what all are the topics on which you can write, health and beauty, fitness, and all of these, fashion, sports, all of these, and what are the requirements. So everything has to be written in Microsoft Word, and there has to be an internet connection available for you to complete these writings and get the jobs and submit it. Also, you have to have good communication skills and work well as a team member, because you might be working in a team as well as sometimes independently. So how to apply for it? Second, I'm just trying to minimize this. Yeah. So on the right-hand side, you will find apply for this position, and it tells you what the salary would be, and remote location is worldwide. So this job was posted 3 weeks ago. You can also filter by when the jobs were posted. So for example, you just want the jobs that's very recent, posted in the last 1 week, you can also select that. But if I go apply for this position, my internet connection is a bit slow today. and it says it takes 1 minute. So I can just go start. So they want the name. I go okay. Please select which type of content you're most proficient in. So what sort of content you want to write. For example, I go articles. Paste a writing sample or links to your published works. So for example, but I'm just doing this as an example, but you have to paste something, for example, 1 page of writing you have got, you have to paste that here. So, and then go OK. And then file upload. Here you have to upload your CV. So CV or biodata or resume. So if I go choose file, if you have it saved somewhere, you can just do it from there. So what I will do is I have my CV saved here. So I'll just go there and attach that, and it will upload automatically. And I go OK. And it says the current rate of pay for this position is $100 per 300 to 500 words article. Okay, and I accept and submit. So to complete your application, you have to send an email with only your full name in the subject to this email address. So how do we do that? We just copy this. So we select and copy this. And then I go to my email. I go to compose and I paste it in the to field. And in the subject field, all I do is I write my name and hit send. I don't need to do anything else. So now if I go back there, it's all done. So this is one way of doing it. You can also create an account here. Just like we create email addresses, email address accounts, Facebook account, Instagram account. All you need to do is create an account and you'll have a list of all the jobs you have applied. You can also keep your resume or CV uploaded in your account, so you don't have to attach it every time. That is one. And we also have in LinkedIn. I don't know if any of you are familiar with LinkedIn. Are you? If anybody knows what LinkedIn is, please come off mute and let me know.
Yes, last group, we already had students creating they created their LinkedIn account. So
Okay, great.
we will encourage this year as well to create their LinkedIn account. And maybe
Okay.
this is something we can do in our next class. Or before that, some of them are very proficient. They can create their LinkedIn account, but I need to talk to them about what is the best way. Like if you look at Nilanjana's LinkedIn account, you have to have a professional a picture there. Then you have, you have to write some information about yourself. Nilanjana has written.
Here, yes, exactly. So if I go into my profile, if I go into view profile, I'm doing this from my laptop, but if I do it from my phone, the phone app I feel is better. But here, you have to have a photo, and then you have to have your your designation, what you want to work as or what you have last worked as. So what is your designation and where you're located. That's the main thing. And there is option here to keep it as open to. So open to means you're open to work. Once you get a job, you can change it to close it. So you're no longer looking for a job. And then obviously you have to have an about section saying that what your experience is and all those sorts of things. And also here in the experience section, you will have what all you have worked as previously. So these are all your experiences. You can put your education here as well, what you have done from where and everything. And then there's a section called skills. and there's a section languages. All of these you can update slowly. You don't have to do everything on one day. And once you have your LinkedIn profile created, this is the second one I'm showing you. There are like hundreds of websites or apps and stuff where you can apply for remote roles. But I feel LinkedIn is number one, and the other one I showed you, Remotive. Those are the main two that I would say, but there are other good ones as well, because I don't want to, give you too much information. It'll be information overload otherwise. You won't be able to remember anything. So I'll just show you LinkedIn because this is very easy. All you need to do is here, go on jobs. And then you can search for what all jobs you want to do. So you can click here. And for example, I'm a change manager, so I'm looking for change manager role. And you can change this to, instead of Australia, you can write worldwide. And once you do that, here are all the filters. So this section next to jobs is all the filters. So what you can do is you can filter by date posted. For example, if it's too old, most likely those positions have already been filled. So it's no use wasting your time and applying for, 2 months old job. So you can do past week, and then there are 694 results. And then you can even do experience level, whether you want, entry level, mid-senior level, or what. But I'll leave this blank for now. And here is remote. See, you can have on-site, hybrid, or remote. So if I just select remote, there are only 27. From 694, it reduced to only 27 results. And then even in that, LinkedIn sometimes can't filter out properly. So see, other jobs are also there, like project manager jobs came in change manager roles. But obviously, among that, I'll just go into these ones that are change manager related. So for example, one of you can be photojournalist, or one of you can be, software engineer or something else. You can just select by that here. You can just write software engineer here or mechanical engineer here, and then write worldwide, and then search by remote. See, these roles are remote roles. For example, this particular role, the second one, is the office is based in Melbourne, but the role is remote. See, within brackets, it says remote. Here also remote. So any of these roles, if I click on this, it'll come up on this side. And if I go into, for example, I'll apply for this role properly and show you. So it's easy apply because I've got my profile already created. These will get pre-filled because it's in my account. So I don't need to fill it every time. So I'll just go next. And it'll ask for home address, only the city. So I'll just write Adelaide. Next. And see, my CV is already here. So if you have, for example, 3 or 4 CVs, you can create different CVs. For example, some are very generic ones. For example, customer service. You can create a CV for customer service and keep it. So you can just write your name, and next to it, you can write customer service. So you can select, you can change which CV you want to submit for which role. So one person, for example, I can apply for a writer role. I can have a different CV for a writer. I can have a different CV for customer service. I can have a different CV for IT, different sorts of things. So I can toggle between this and select another CV. So for example, for this role, I need this CV. I just go next. And these are all my experiences that gets pre-filled. As you apply more and more, it will get pre-filled. I go next. This is my education. I go next. This is my LinkedIn profile, gets pre-filled. I don't need to do anything. I just go next. And then all I need to do is agree. Next. And depending on which company you're applying to, some might have additional questions. So this particular KPMG always has extra questions, but usually it's not this many pages. It's not this difficult. So for example, I go that. You can select what are your salary expectations and everything. And no, I have not applied for KPMG before. No. 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 Okay. So everything is done. So I just go preview and come down and submit application. So sorry, this was a very complicated application, but I want to just try another one. This one. I think this one will be pretty easy. Let's try this. It's same. Again, change manager, easy apply. Just go easy apply. All I need to do is give my phone number here. Next. And the CV is already there, so I don't need to upload again. Next. And how many years of experience you've got. These are already, it's pre-filling from my CV. And I need to do preview and submit application. That's it. So you don't need to pre-fill, you don't need to fill out your name, your experience every time. It's just one click sort of apply. For example, these are all, usually these are coming up Melbourne jobs, but this one was, see, a Paris job. It wasn't in Australia at all. Again, if I go down here, this is a job from Sweden. But it's still a change manager job. This is still remote. I don't need to go to Sweden and work. I can sit in Australia and work. Same way, you can stay in Pakistan and work for a US-based company or Australian company. So it won't really matter where you're based. All you need to do is submit the application and they will email you if you're shortlisted and they will ask to have an interview, which you can have on Zoom or Teams or something. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please, I'm in Pakistan, yeah, but I don't have any account bank, and I have my family in another country that they have account. We can use that account.
So you mean the bank account is not in your name, right?
Yeah.
That might be an issue because companies, they don't usually pay in somebody else's account. But we can, there is no way you can create a bank account in Pakistan?
In Pakistan, Pakistan has bank account, but I don't have bank account in this country.
Okay, can you create one? Is it possible for you to create one?
I think once she gets the job,
No.
she can.
Yeah, it's not possible for me. I can make a bank account in this country.
Okay,
As long
right.
as we are immigration.
Because I'm immigration and I'm also refugee. Yeah, I can make a bank account in this country.
Okay, so what about the other people who already have accounts? So Paramita, you send money to the people. They are like, they have legal visas in Pakistan. That's why you can send money, or?
No.
We can find Pakistani people in Pakistan and friend them
Okay. When we
Right.
send
because
money,
they
we
have
send
accounts banks.
when we send money, we use Western Union. but the companies are not going to use Western Union. They need bank account. Don't worry about
Exactly.
it. Don't worry about it. Once you get the job, I don't think they need the bank account in advance. Only once you're moved to the next step of the. What do you think, Nilanjana?
Exactly. So we will figure out a way on how to create a bank account and stuff, even an international account or something like that. You don't have to worry about the account now. First hurdle is to get the job. So first is creating your CV and your cover letter. Second is making the application. Third is getting an interview call. Fourth is getting the actual job. Then fifth is starting that job,
Yeah.
working for a month, and then only your salary comes in.
So,
So
Nilanjana,
it's a long way. We can figure out a way, don't worry.
yeah. Nilanjana, what I'm suggesting here is if
Yep.
you tell me if I'm going to submit you're the employer, like you're recruiting people. Say I'm
Yep.
sending you, I want a job and I'm sending you my CV and my expression of interest, the letter.
Right.
What is your expectation as the recruiter? What would be your expectation?
Expectation in regards to?
My application.
Oh, okay. Depends on what job it is, Paramita. Like,
Okay.
depends on, I don't know what the girls are, what their
Okay.
experiences are, what their education is.
No,
So,
what I'm asking is how, I mean, do you think if the CV has to be very well written, at least there shouldn't be any spelling errors? Or
yes.
so what I'm suggesting is once you write the CV, once you write your expression of interest, the letter, application letter, please touch base us, like let us check your CV, let us help you to set up your LinkedIn account. So do not rush. Like you have seen it today, you have to do it tomorrow. No, take your time, get the best CV you can make, get the
Yes,
best
absolutely. I agree
application.
with Paramita because, the CV is kind of the first impression the employer will have of you. But if there are grammatical errors, if the CV is not well written, they will just discard it and move on because they've got hundreds of applications from all over the world. And these are remote roles. Everybody wants to do, work from home sort of jobs nowadays. So they have plenty of options. So make sure once you're happy with your CV, send it to Paramita, send it to myself. We will double check, triple check, and make sure the CV and the cover letter are of the highest standard before you go ahead and apply.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
So I would also like to have an online job, but
Okay.
is there any age restriction? Because I'm under 18, but I am 15 and going to be 16. So is that possible?
See, in terms of online jobs, there is, as far as I know, there's depending on the country. Usually, all countries they want 18-year minimum age is 18 years that they ask for. But in Australia, kids as young as 14 or 15, they also can work, but those are not remote jobs. They go into McDonald's or that sort of places and they work and they get paid a lot less, but they can still work. But it would completely depend on which country is hiring you, which company it is. But I would still suggest that you create your CV, create your biodata, and send it to us. And we will see when we are applying, we are making the applications, then we will see what that particular job or particular country has, the rules and regulations are there.
Okay, thank you,
Sorry,
ma'am.
somebody else had their hand up as well. I forgot whose hand was up.
Anyone else would like to ask a question?
I think that
Go ahead. Nagis, Asghari?
Mom, she's my daughter.
Latifa wants to ask.
Yes,
I
Latifa?
raised my hand.
Oh, you already asked?
Yes.
Okay, okay, great, Latifa. But I would still suggest you create the CV and your cover letter and send it to Paramita. And we will review it and we will give feedback. And I'll look for, for you, I will have a look and see if under 18 also, if there's an age restriction and you can apply or not.
I feel like at the place I'm living, which is the Emirates, there is a strict age restriction which is above 18.
You
So
are
there
in
is
you are in UAE?
little to no age. Yes, I'm under 18.
No, which country are you in?
In the Emirates.
Okay,
UAE?
United Arab Emirates?
Yes.
Okay.
But when you're working remotely, and say if you are writing, if you want a job like as a writer, I'm just giving you an example. I do not see that every company is asking for age. Do they ask for age for all jobs?
No, not usually.
I don't think so. So thank you, Nilanjana. So if you're very keen to find a job for yourself, maybe as a writer or a social media contributor, I don't know, we can look into those things so that we
Yeah.
really want everyone to find a job, everyone to become financially independent. But all that
Absolutely.
Nilanjana has said, you have to get the best CV you possibly can. You have to get your LinkedIn site. Like I know Fahima has a LinkedIn site. You can have a check. They want years of experience. Don't let it discourage you, Fahima. Every job has, they write lots of things, but they're open for to negotiation. So don't be disheartened when
No.
you see that they need years of experience. You have to keep trying. Yeah, should we apply from Afghanistan? If you're in Afghanistan, I don't know if there's any restrictions, but I'm sure there will be some jobs you can write, you can apply to from anywhere in the world. Would you agree, Nilanjana and Rajeshri? Would you agree?
Yes, I think so.
You can write from any country, apply from any country.
Hmm.
That's no anything. But they do ask for experience. That I have that uh, experience also, that they keep asking for experience.
Yes, Rajeshri, I was just replying to Fahima for that question that if she doesn't have any experience, in LinkedIn, I can see there are some entry-level jobs. So she can even
Yeah.
start from the
No,
entry-level job. She can apply for
yeah,
those.
but you know what? They do say entry level jobs, but they do ask for an experience. I have
Experience,
this
yes.
experience, yeah, for my son when he was applying. We have actually gone through all this, so I have seen that. But do they, if they go for internship,
Yes,
there is no problem. For an
that's
internship,
true.
there is no problem.
But are those paid internship?
No, some are, some
Mostly
are
no.
not.
Mostly
Some
no.
are,
Yeah.
some are not. You gain experience. That's internship is only for experience. So you start with an experience for doing an internship.
For
That's only for
example,
an
in case
experience.
of, sorry, I was just going to say, in case of Fahima, she can even put her, book writing as an experience.
Oh yes,
You know,
oh yes, absolutely.
and we can give,
Yeah.
Paramita can give a recommendation in regards to that. Virtual School Australia
Yes.
can give a recommendation on
In
behalf of
fact,
her.
we can give, those references for all students.
Exactly,
But
exactly. No, I
yes,
was just saying about this particular
yeah,
book can be used. That's an example that she can
yeah,
use that as an experience.
exactly. And once it is published, and you can put it as your, in your bio or CV, whatever you call it, you can say that I'm a published writer. And you know what? The most important thing that you have to keep in mind is make sure the CV the best possible CV you can write. Miss Rajeshri, she
Yes,
has
totally.
so much of experience. She will guide you. I will guide you. Nilanjana, Lily, we are all here to help you, girls. So what you have to do, first thing, you have to don't worry too much about how many years of experience. What if I don't get a job? You might have to make 100 applications. You have to
Yeah,
visualize
Paramita,
your
that reminds
success.
me,
Hmm.
I will tell you girls,
Yes.
even now, when I look for jobs, I apply for about 200 jobs per week to get called into one single interview. I have lived in Australia for 14 years, but still, 200 jobs, if I apply, I get maybe one interview call. So you cannot
True, I
get
agree.
frustrated at all. So don't
Yeah.
think it's you that you are doing something wrong or you don't have experience. I have plenty of experience. I have experience working in India, in US, and in Australia. In spite of that,
Yeah.
I get lots of rejection letters. So that cannot
But
demotivate you.
yeah,
Yes,
one more
Sorry,
Rajashri.
ma'am,
suggestion.
I have
I have an
a question.
idea. Ilaha has a question that we don't know how to write a CV, so we need guidance. So I think we need to have a class on resume writing.
You know
Yep.
what? We will give you sample CV in your WhatsApp group. You get started, and in next class, we will. And once you get it done, you just send it to us. You don't have to wait that long. So we will give you some samples, and then you get started. You have to start
Yeah,
somewhere. And that is one thing. And the second thing, please do not send your CV now unless you get them checked by Miss Rajeshri, myself, and Lanjana or Lily. Someone has to look at your CV, because once you send it, yes, of course you can send, Nazia. I'm sure there is no problem. Wherever in the world
somebody
you can
asked
send.
about, yeah, somebody asked
Iran.
about midwifery. No, midwifery job.
That can be
Midwifery
remote,
job.
can it? It can't be remote.
It cannot
Sweetheart.
be. It can't be
Sorry.
remote. That's what I'm saying.
But
Uh,
you can
midwife. Who
write
was that? I
about
don't know.
midwifery.
Suraya.
Suraya, you can write
Suraya.
about the obstacles. You can write an article about that. What do you think, Nilanjana? If
Yes.
someone is interested in midwifery, we can't get a job in that field, but you can write, can't you? Research and write, and for pregnancy and delivery, you can do some research. What do you think?
Nargis has a question.
Go for it, Nargis.
Uh, Ma'am, I have another question. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, do ask. Do ask.
Yes, so I have no experience. I am also a minor, but because I don't go to school, I have nothing else to do. So I was thinking maybe if there is some schools or some online people that can teach me about like skills, new skills, so that I can start doing a job or give me experience.
Sorry, what is your name?
My name is Banin.
Banin. Banin,
I'm
how old
joining.
are you?
I'm 15.
You're
This year I'm
15.
going to be 16.
Okay. Okay, right. So you want to learn some new skills that will help you in getting a job. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes,
Okay. And which country are you in now?
I'm in the Emirates.
Emirates. Okay. All right, Banin. Let Paramita, Rajashri, and myself, let us talk about it, and let's come up with some sort of skills that we can teach girls under the age of 18 that would help you girls, Paramita. We can come up with some ideas and
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what skills can be taught.
We will take it will take some time. So after today's session, we are going to think about what sort of jobs you can do. But Nigarin and not Nigarin, Nagis, I can tell you, you can always start on writing. Because everyone is looking for content. Now, if you're interested in tennis, or if you're interested in sports, or if you're interested in fashion, write something about that, a paragraph. People are, or start your own blog. start your own blog with fashion or nature, you know. In I don't know which part of Emirates where you live, but you can take some photos and get started on a blog. People will be, once you're writing your CV, you can say my blog has this many number of followers, and they will be interested to publish your writing if you can keep writing and get to a level where people will be interested to read your articles. What do you say, Lanjana? Would you agree?
Yes, completely. See, in terms of writing, and while you're talking, I can also uh, assess that your English is pretty good as well. So what I would suggest is what Paramita was saying, if you can create a blog, even, if you, because you're in Emirates, you shouldn't have any problem accessing Facebook or Instagram. So if you start
I
even a
don't think
social
they have,
media blog
yeah, they have social media restrictions in Emirates. I
in
just,
Emirates as well.
yeah, I was there. There were restrictions. I don't
Yes.
know which one, but I know I had problems sending messenger messages or WhatsApp messages. Isn't it, Nagis?
You can't you cannot use Messenger or WhatsApp over there. They have their own. Am I right, Benin? Are you there, Benin? Nargis Abdari?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Yeah.
I also have TikTok and Instagram, and I don't see any problems while I use them. I do
No,
message
but
my
don't
friends.
they,
Okay,
through
that's good
what?
then.
Through what?
I I have Telegram also. Like I message them through Instagram, TikTok, and other stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
but not WhatsApp. WhatsApp only you can message. You cannot talk. Messenger also you can message, but you cannot talk. Am I right?
Talk as in like call?
Yes.
Call. Yeah, talk
Calling,
is call.
yes. You cannot use the WhatsApp for calling.
Okay, but you
Yeah.
can
What?
create, you can post on Facebook, you can post on Instagram and TikTok, right?
I I am like kind of um I cannot post because I kind of can't because I'm scared or something. I don't know. There's just this thing.
Okay, so as long as
I
it's
can
not
post, but
anything, anything controversial, if you're, just posting about places you have visited around Emirates and writing this mosque is, the history of this mosque. And, suppose if I am from Australia and I want to visit Emirates, and what all places should it's a travel blog sort of a thing,
Yeah.
people from all over the world wants to go and visit Emirates. Which
Hmm.
places should they visit?
That's a
And what is the
fantastic
history of
idea.
that place?
Oh,
So
that is a
these are some
brilliant
of the
idea.
things you can, take a picture of that place and
Hmm.
post. Nothing controversial. So
Hmm.
nobody should have any, problem if you post
Hmm.
those, and
Hmm.
just write. It'll improve your writing skills. It'll
Hmm.
increase your number of followers. So
Hmm.
this will help you in many ways.
Hmm.
Once you get more followers, there's an income thing attached to it as well, as you know very well. So if you've got a huge follower in TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, they will
Hmm.
pay you as well.
Yeah. And let us know. We can follow you, but before you publish anything, get it checked by us, please. Because once you post it, isn't it, Nilanjana? What do you say? Get it
Yes,
checked.
exactly. Exactly. So double check, send it to Paramita, and we have to, we should check the grammar and everything before you actually post the writings.
And Sohela has a
yes,
question.
ma'am.
See, Sohela has a question. Can you read it out, Sohela? Can you ask?
That's a
Yes,
very
Okay,
good.
she,
now I'm working on graphic designers and practicing these skills. So now I can make posters, social media posts, and also I can edit the photos. Is there any job that I can find on LinkedIn?
Are you there,
she says that
Nilanjana?
she's
Yeah. Is
practicing
Nilanjana
graphic
here?
designs. Yeah,
Or,
she's there.
or have
Yes,
they?
I'm here. Sorry,
Oh,
what was the question again?
it's in the
She was,
it's
yeah,
in
Oh,
the
okay.
chat.
chat. Hmm.
She says she's practicing
Sohaila.
graphic designs and can make posters and social media posts. Can she find a job in LinkedIn?
Yes. Yes, you can, definitely. So this would be a job as a graphic designer, you think, or
Yeah, is a
social media
practicing
coordinator?
graphic designs. She's saying I'm practicing graphic designs nowadays.
Okay, okay. Yes, I'm just trying to see, and I can make posters, social media posts. Sohaila. Okay. Um, yes, definitely you can, because LinkedIn has all sorts of jobs. So definitely you can. Obviously, graphic designer jobs are not as many as, for example, project manager jobs. So there would be a limitation. And when we are searching, like I showed you, for on-site or hybrid roles, if there's like 700 jobs, there's about 700 is to 30. That is the ratio, sort of. So for remote jobs, it'll be 30. So it's so less. So that's why it will be definitely less, but I would still say you would find jobs.
One
But
thing
you
is you
have
should
to,
not give up. You should not
yes,
give up.
yes, absolutely right, Rajashri. You should not give up. And one more thing is you cannot get, frustrated that I'm applying for a month, but still I'm not getting. This will happen. Rejection letters will come, but still you have to, keep on doing it. And for graphic design jobs, Sohaila, you have to create a portfolio for any art related job, I would say, or art related in the sense not only painting, drawing, graphic designing, social media. Even for the people who are going in for writing jobs, you should create a portfolio of all your work. So create a folder either on your phone or your laptop or even hard copy. Just create a folder and keep all your work in one place so that if
Absolutely.
anybody, any employer asks for it, you can just straight away send it. You don't have to find it that time.
Remember, you did write those empathy stories. Now you can write more of those empathy stories, and then you can put it in a folder, or you can publish. We can publish for you. If we see that there is a need for, for some publication with the posters or some articles, we can create a sort of VSA magazine where you can publish, so that can go in your CV as a publication. What do you say, Nilanjana?
Yes, of course we can. That's a very good idea.
We are all here to support you, girls. So you think about it. We will share some CVs today. Uh, you could not find Nilanjana on LinkedIn. Nazia is checking you out. Check us out. You can check
Nazia, I'll
out.
be going to Iran pretty soon and I'll be meeting you in person.
And then there is Rajeshri's has a LinkedIn. Fahima has a LinkedIn. I have a LinkedIn. You can find VSA, Virtual School Australia, there. So go and start following Virtual School Australia. We are all there.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much, Nilanjana. You have been such a great help for these